I know that you wrote a book with Percy you mentioned on mathematics and magic, but I seem to have dim recollections that it took a while to write it.
Well, in fact, the book you mentioned just happens to be right here. Magical Mathematics. Amazing. Good. And what happened was that we had early on planned to write such a book and kind of knew what the chapters and we got a contract with Princeton University Press that was due in 1986. Okay. Well, one thing led to this and that, and it's always more fun to kind of do new mathematics than kind of write up the old stuff. And we were still working. And so finally, a few years ago, Percy's wife said, look, you guys, you get with it, because if you don't, it's just not going to happen. So, okay, I went up every 2 weeks, and I said, okay, Percy, let's do it. And we had one of the chapters, the 10 mathematical stars of magic. And but by the time we actually were writing them, all but 2 were dead. And Martin was the next to the last, and then he died. So there's still one left. And we only got 7, I think. And that's only about 2/3 of the book. We said, look, there's more we could put in, but if we don't stop now, it'll never. I think most books are actually started and not completed. And but I think there'll be a nice book on mathematical juggling coming up one of these days with you and a few co-authors. We'll see, but I hope it won't take us long. But as Gauss said, few but ripe, right? So this was definitely ripe.